What's going on? It's Toolbox here, just your average blue collar tamer, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a decklist video, and today we're going to be talking about Bloomlord. Sorry for the delay in video posting. I've actually been dealing with some sort of like lockjaw thing going on, and it's finally I'm able to talk now, so I feel like now we can make some more videos. But what's cool about Bloomlord is it's a really interesting card to where it's able to play out Digimon for free, it's able to increase its DP, and it's also able to increase the security attack, which making it a really aggressive deck. It has a 1 Digivolving of gaining piercing and unsuspending, depending on how many of your suspended Digimon that you have. So it's a really aggressive deck, but it also can be very defensive, or it's more like a counter deck in a way. Your goal is to get to the Bloomlord and take out their board while being able to cheaply increase yours. It's a very memory efficient deck, and yeah, so let's get into the deck list video. To start things off, we are going to talk about the eggs we're running. We're running for the Kokomon from EX4. So this has the effect of when a Digimon is suspended by an effect on your turn, you're able to draw a card. Just having more draw power is really efficient and helps us more cards in your hand, makes it so you have more plays to make. So we're only running 4 eggs. So now we're going to get into the level 3s of the deck. First, we're going to run 4 of the Palmon from BT10. So this Palmon has an on-play effect of being able to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, add one card with vegetation or plant, and then another card with fairy in its traits. So this allows you to possibly get 2 cards off of this. And what's really cool about this is not many rookies can do this, but it can search for other rookies because it's very generic with the vegetation and trait. So you're able to get all of your, pretty much there's only a couple cards in the deck you can't get off of this effect. So it's really an efficient level 3 to run for your searching. Next level 4 running is for the Pomamon from EX3. So this one has an effect of when an effect suspends this Digimon, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. You're suspending a lot of your own Digimon a lot with this deck, so being able to also suspend theirs and be able to take out something or just control the board better, that's why you got to run this out of 4. Next card we're running is 3 of the starter deck Palmon. So this Palmon has an inheritable when attacking. When you attack an opponent's Digimon, you get plus 2000 DP. So allowing you to get that extra 2000 DP when swinging, because you're able to gain piercing with Bloomlord, this just allows you to be swinging for 16k and higher relatively easily with the deck. And having that as a 3 of is just a nice card to digivolve in your raising. And then we're going to be running 2 of the Pomamon from BT9. So this one just has an all turns effect of you can't play Digimon by effect. This technically can block you, but you're able to play around it way easier than your opponent would be able to. So having this out just like kind of is like a floodgate stopper. And then last but not least, we are running 1 Terriermon from BT3. So this card just all turns. Your opponent can't gain memory. So just allowing you, other than tamer effects. So just allowing you to stop plays that like your opponent's gaining a bunch of memory from effects. This would stop that, and it's to have this on field in case you're playing like blue. If you're swinging security and you hit like a hammer spark or an ice wall, just allowing you to not have your opponent not gain any memory and keep it your turn, and it's just a good way to stop your opponent for the same reason. So that is the level 3s of the deck. Now we're going to get on to the level 4s. We're running 4 of the Sunflowermon from BT10. So this has a 1 Digivolving effect of suspending one of your Digimon. One of your green Digimon, you're able to play 1 vegetation, plant, or fairy in its traits with 3000 DP or less. Just allowing you to kind of floodgate, make your board wide as possible, and this allows that to happen. It also has the inheritable of if one of your Digimon is suspended, from an effect, you would be able to draw a card, kind of like the egg of the deck, so allowing you just to get more cards in hand. That's why you run this out of 4 of. And he has 3000 DP, so you're able to play him out from his own effect if you need to. Not ideal, but you could. Next level 4 we are running is 4 of the red Vegemon. It's a vanilla, 3 play cost. That's why you're running it. It's a 1 evo, and it hits that criteria 3000 DP in vegetation. So you're able to play this thing out for free, and also able to for 3 memory, play out a level 4, being able to turbo in your level 5s is just a really good card to run for memory efficiency. And then the last level 4, we're running 2 of the Sunflowmon from BT13. This one has a main effect. By suspending this Digimon, you're able to reduce the cost of a fairy type by 2. And your Bloomlord is a fairy type, so you're able to suspend this and digivolve into Bloomlord for 2 memory. And then Bloomlord will gain a bunch of memory from however many suspended Digimon you have, so it's just a really cool card to have. Also has the inheritable of, if you have a Tamer in play, you get to reduce the Evo cost by 1. So just allowing you to reduce the Evo cost is really important and lets you extend your turns longer, and this card allows that to happen. So that's a level 4. So now we're going to get into level 5s of the deck. Level 5s, we're running 4 of the Agitarmon from BT10. This card is the main engine for it. You need to run this out of 4. Pretty much its main effect is suspending one of your green Digimon. You're able to play out one Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, Fairy, and its traits 3000 DP or less from your hand, allowing you to just play more things out on field, allowing you to do the Bloomlord play and just widen your board is really important. Also has the inheritable of, when an effect suspends one of your Digimon, you gain a memory. So just having this on field, you're able to gain memory from suspending your own Digimon, allowing you to extend your turn. That's a main part of this whole deck, is you're extending your turns as much as possible because you want to do a lot on your turn, and green's super memory efficient, and this just helps with that a lot. So next level 5 we're running is 3 of the Cherrymon from BT10. So this has Digisorption, allowing you to reduce its Evo cost by 2, so making it a 1 cost Evo by suspending one of your Digimon. On your opponent's turn, when an opponent Digimon attacks, you may switch the attack to one of your suspended Digimon. This just is like your defensive card. This allows you to make them have to swing into whatever Digimon you want, and it just helps. It's not blocker, but it is. So it does what blocking does, but it also doesn't have that blocking keyword, so you can get around some things sometimes with this, and it's just a really good card to have. Next, we're running 1 of the Blossommon from BT3, Digisorption 3, so in a way making this a free Evo cost, getting into your level 5 for free by suspending one of your Digimon. That's really all it's there for. It got limited to 1, and if you could, I'd run it at more, and it's also Vegetation, so it's searchable. It's just a really good card to have. If you could bump this up, they didn't restrict it, 100% would. And then the last level 5 we're running is Argamon from BT2. It has the same kind of effect of Digisorption -3, so making it a free Evo cost. This is actually one of the first cards to be limited to 1 in the game's history. And the reason for that is it has that, being able to get into a level 5 for free, and when attacking, you may play 1 level 3 green Digimon from your hand, suspended without paying the cost. So it's able to play out more Digimon for free, and also Digivolving for free. The only problem with this card, with this deck, is that it is a mutant in trait and not any plant, vegetation, or anything, so it's not searchable except for your green memory boost, but it's still a really good card to have. And if you could run this more, you would, but it's been limited to 1 since like the dawn of time in this game. Alright, so next we are going to be talking about the level 6s of the deck, and we are running 4 of Bloomlord. This is the main your main boss Digimon, so I gotta run it at 4. Has the when Digivolving, suspend one of your Digimon, then gain 1 memory for every suspended Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, Fairy, and its traits. And if you have two or more suspended, you'll be able to unsuspend him. So it being able to unsuspend, allowing that, and then he would gain piercing from that unsuspending. Then in your turn, for every 2 Digimon you have suspended, you'll be able to gain 2000 DP and security attack +1. So allowing you to be able to, with just 2 Digimon on field that are both suspended, including himself, you would go to 14k with 2 checks. And then that only increases the wider your board is. So it's a really good card, and also being able to gain memory from Digivolving is super important. So this is just a really good card. It's really aggressive. It's a really good counter card. So you want to keep this in raising, keep your Agitarmon in raising, and then when they swing and they're suspended or something like that, you're able to promote him up, get him real big, and boom, swing, do the 2 checks, and pretty much clear their board, and also doing a lot of security checks. So it's a really aggressive card. That's why you're going to run it at 4. Next, we are running 2 of the Hydramon from EX3. So pretty much what this card does, it digivolves for 5, but it has a when digivolve, you may suspend 1 Digimon, which that can be anything, yours or theirs. And then on all turns, one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended. You gain 1 memory for every vegetation, plant, or fairy. In the traits, you would gain 1 memory other than this one. So the wider your board is, the more you'll gain memory off of this card. And then it has the end of your turn. If you have 2 or more suspended Digimon, you get the bottom deck one of theirs suspended Digimon. So it's just a really, this is like the shield to the Bloomlord sword. It's just a defensive card, and it's really good. And it's so good that it actually, for the Ultra Cup format, it got limited to 1 because Bloomlord was kind of a problem in that, with that style of format, you know. So making this, when you're not playing Ultimate Cup, you can play as many as you want, 4 max, but if not, then you have to run it at 1. But I run it at 2 because it's good, but you'd rather see other level 6s at times. So it's a really good defensive card. And last but not least, our last level 6 is Lotsmon from BT10. This is like the flex spot. If you don't want to run this card, you can just do another Hydramon and call it a day. But it has a when digivolving, suspend 1 of your Digimon, and it doesn't unsuspend until the end of the next unsuspend phase. Then it has on an opponent's turn, all your other Digimon with plant, vegetation, and fairy gain on deletion, gain 2 memory, and then return 1 card with 3000 DP or less from your trash to your hand. So this is going to allow you to, if you have a really wide board, you play this one out, then your opponent has to make that decision. If they delete some of your stuff, you're going to be gaining memory back, and you're also going to be getting stuff out of your trash, so you're able to reuse cards that you may have used in the beginning of the game and you need them later, and now you can recur that. So that's why I run this at a 1 of. It's a really good tech card, and it's fairy, so it plays into the whole thing. Alright, so now we're going to get into the level 7s of the deck. We are running 2 Quartzmon. So Quartzmon is, when digivolving, suspend all of the other Digimon and Tamers, and then for every 2 suspended Digimon and Tamers, you gain 1 memory, so allowing you to gain the memory back. So it's a 6 cost Evo, but you're able to gain the memory back, and it also makes so nothing can really happen other than Quartzmon. And then it has the when attacking, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers, and then for every 5 suspended Digimon and Tamers on your field and theirs, you get to trash 1 of their security. So you're able to, with this card, if they have a really wide board as well, you kind of punish them for that. So it's really good for the mirror match and stuff like that, and it's just a way to trash security, which is always really important. And then the last Digimon we run in the deck is 1 Rosemon Burst Mode. So we're not going to be able, we don't run any Rosemon, so we're not going to be able to do its, digivolving for free effect. But when digivolving, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon and 1 of your opponent's Tamers, and then on your opponent's turn, nothing unsuspends. So the reason why I run this at a 1 of instead of just 3 Quartzmon is because when you play against like Galgamon or Mirage or whatever, that unsuspending effect is blanket. So if they come out of raising and they want to do like swing, unsuspend, they can't do that because this doesn't allow things to unsuspend. So just kind of being able to halt a turn in a way. And then it also has a when attacking, for every 2 Digimon and Tamers suspended, you're able to trash 1 security, making it a little bit more of a cheaper option for Quartzmon. And why I like this one at a 1 of is just for the same reason. If that effect is blanket, so even if they delete it, that effect is still on field for the turn. So it's just kind of a little, it's more aggressive than Quartzmon, but its defensive capability is a little less, but it adds another blanket value, and it's a fairy type, so it's searchable. That's also why we want to run that. Alright, now we're going to get into the option cards of the deck. We are running 4 of Green Memory Boost. Reason being is this card, it just extends plays. You're able to search for any, because all your Digimon are green, so you're able to search for any Digimon card, and just having that delayed effect of gaining 2 memory, because this deck is super memory efficient, so the more you have of these, it's just more things you can do, and it's really scary seeing a Bloomlord player with a couple memory boosts. It's just a great card. It's a great extending of just a great game, turn extender, and that's why we're going to run that. And then the last option card we run is Hidden Potential Discovered. It got limited to 1, hence why we're only running at a 1. But it has a suspend 1 of your Digimon, and then your next turn, or the next one you would Digivolve, you have to reduce it by 5. So allowing you to Go in your Quartzmon for 1 memory. Go into your Bloomlord for free. Everything for free except Quartzmon. Quartzmon's the only one you're going to have to pay 1 memory to get into, but still being able to Digivolve for free is really important, and also the fact that suspending your Digimon plays into your effects, so that part of it isn't a problem, and also Bloomlord gains you memory, so you're able to use this, go into Bloomlord, and gain however many memory you have on field. However many plant and vegetation you have in Fairy, you're able to gain that set of memory. So it's just really a really good turn extender. That's why we're going to run that. I mean, you have to. If you're running green, you're running this at a 1 of just because it's limited. And then last is the Tamers of the deck. The Tamers, we are running 2 Yoshido, I'm not even going to pronounce her last name. 2 of her. Reason being is she's a memory setter, which is awesome for green. And also when you Digivolve into a plant, vegetation, or fairy, you can suspend it to gain a memory, just allowing you to extend your turns. And that's really the main drive of this deck. You want to just extend your turns as much as you can so you can do a lot and punish your opponent as much as you can. So that's why you're going to run that. So that is the Bloomlord deck list video. If you like the video and you want to try out this deck, leave a comment. Let us know what you would change or anything like that. I know we have future videos coming out of gameplay, and this wasn't the deck list I used during that gameplay. And I'm also a fairly new Bloomlord player, so a lot of misplays there. But hey, that's how we learn, right? So if you enjoyed the video, all that good stuff, like, subscribe, all that. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.